The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I got one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the box to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Mayfield finding Beckham and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Alert!
On second and 12, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
218, jump.
A run for Nick Chubb. Fighting through, and he's got space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The underdog here showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
65, 21. Here we go.
This is Mostert. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
From the 35 on second down. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 20.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The first quarter with the score Browns 7, 49ers nothing.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 58, right there. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
You don't want it. Pick up the ball. Show it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. On third down, a run from Breida. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Looks like a pretty big risk right there, going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The situation changes a bit now. First and goal from back at the 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 for the Niners there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
So
here we go.
quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
On first down, here's Breida. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Breida on the carry. Joe Schobert on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Check.
Here we go, here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
13.
On second down, a run with Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll toss it to Breida. They'll have another first down and more. And down to the 29-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go, here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
54 smart, 54 smart. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Mike.
180.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Alert, 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 alert.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180.
58 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 36.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, gun.
Kill.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Here we go.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 70 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, on 133.
Third and long for Mayfield. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Mayfield off the play fake. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Escapes the defender. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 34 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Here we go,
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
I got you.
He's coming in.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mostert. Travis Carey there to make the tackle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now Breida on a toss left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, it's Chubb. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They run. Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Number 53, Mike 53. You're not ready.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, gun. Hey, come on,
Garoppolo to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
What a great city it is. We're going to have a blast tonight.
select the team you want to join. Start your season with The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike, if you would. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Good. 180.
All day, dog.
First carry for Nick Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Bell. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
We're going to start. 53 is the mark. Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the carry, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Play fake. Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Right here. Mike 51. Mike 51. I got it. Watch time. Watch time.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 45 on second down, Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Here we go, team.
On first down, it's Bell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Sponge.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Check 53. Coming to you. Coming to you.
A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, they got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
No gain on the play.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Darnold now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
This is Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 52.
Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jets on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 14. Now Darnold. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
He's crashing.
Hey, 133.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
King.
3rd and long for Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So that one will be accepted.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much...
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. He's at the 30, 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, 81 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 15 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. And again, it's Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
1st down, Cleveland.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
He's going to rifle one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I hope he brought your touch.
Darnold on 1st down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Darnold now to throw. And incomplete to Anderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Set. Not a wolf. Against the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive now is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. He'll get 3 up to midfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Mayfield now, perfect since the 2nd half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield, this pass complete to Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
50 seconds to life. All day, punk.
Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That good for 19 and a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And all the way down to the 29. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 29-yard line.
That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Bell. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Again, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
For the field goal of 30-yard.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Jets, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.